Everybody, this is Robert and welcome to Outbreak News TV. Now, the big story this week has been the two cases of monkeypox identified in the United Kingdom. And here at Outbreak News Today, we first discovered this through a news report. There was a number of news reports that came out 2 to 3 days ago, and this is the one from the BBC. And they say that there have been 2 cases of monkeypox identified in North Wales. Public Health Wales said that the initial case was acquired overseas, and both cases were identified in 2 people from the same household. And then they talk about monitoring and contact tracing, and that the risk to the general public is very low. And they were both admitted to hospitals in England, and we're going to get some more details on this in a moment. And then there was this video from Matt Hancock. He is the Secretary of State for Health in the UK, and this is what he had to say about basically cementing the fact that they were investigating monkeypox cases.
As Health Secretary, you're dealing with these sorts of outbreaks all the time. I'm currently dealing with a monkeypox outbreak and an outbreak of cases of drug-resistant TB.
All right, so that kind of made it official, and we'll move on to the day after, and we got a lot more details from the World Health Organization concerning the cases or the outbreak. And it says on May 25th, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland notified the World Health Organization of 1 laboratory confirmed case of monkeypox. The patient arrived in the United Kingdom on May 8th. Prior to travel, the patient had lived and worked in Delta State, Nigeria. On arrival in the United Kingdom, the patient remained in quarantine with family due to COVID-19 restrictions. On May 10th, the patient developed a rash beginning on the face. The patient remained in self-isolation for a further 10 days and sought medical care for the relief of symptoms. The patient was admitted to a referral hospital on May 23rd. Skin lesion samples were received at the Public Health England Rare and Imported Pathogens Lab on May 24th. And the Western African clade of monkeypox was confirmed by PCR on May 25th. On May 29th, a family member with whom the patient quarantined developed lesions clinically compatible with monkeypox and was immediately isolated in an appropriate facility. And monkeypox was confirmed on May 31st. Both patients are stable and recovering. And I believe I read somewhere that they were in a hospital in Liverpool. One thing that does strike me when I look at this report is it was known that there was a confirmed case of monkeypox for a couple weeks, and with symptoms up to 3 weeks. However, this was the BBC put out a report on June 10th. So not clear why it took so long to get this information out. So it's a little disappointing, but I don't know all the answers to that. Would like to know though. Well, speaking of the origination of this organism, they said it was a patient that came from Delta State, Nigeria. And Nigeria first started seeing monkeypox cases recently in September of 2017. Prior to that, Nigeria went 39 years, almost 4 decades without seeing monkeypox. And during this time, they've seen 446 total monkeypox cases and 8 fatalities. Almost half of the cases, about 45%, have been confirmed in 18 different states in Nigeria. And Nigeria is not the only place where we see monkeypox. Every year, the Democratic Republic of the Congo sees thousands of monkeypox cases. Different part of the continent, and probably a different clade, but nonetheless, monkeypox is alive and well in Africa. Well, we did get some news from the pharmaceutical company Bavarian Nordic, And on Friday, they announced that they were contacted by Public Health England and a request to supply Imvanex smallpox vaccine in response to the new cases of monkeypox in the UK. This is where I read it. 2 related cases were confirmed and admitted to a hospital in Liverpool. One was most likely infected in Africa, where the family arrived from a few days before onset of disease. And the sibling case most likely infected on UK soil by the first case. And Imvanex is approved in Europe as a active immunization against smallpox, but also received approval for monkeypox by the US FDA and Health Canada. And it's the only vaccine approved for this indication in these territories. So this company did go ahead and decide to offer up assistance to Public Health England in vaccinating people that may be at risk for monkeypox. And let me go ahead and close out with a little bit about monkeypox. It's in the same family as its more serious relative, smallpox, and cowpox. It was first discovered in 1958. The first human case of monkeypox was recorded in 1970 in the Democratic Republic of Congo. This is during a time when they were really going after smallpox in the early 70s. Human monkeypox infections have only been documented 3 times outside of Africa. In the US in 2003, where they had that rather large outbreak of about 47 cases. And of course in the UK, which it's got to be about 5 or 6 cases total now. And in 2018, there was 1 case in Israel. The reservoir of monkeypox is still a mystery. However, some African rodent species are suspected of having a role. There are 2 distinct genetic groups or clades of monkeypox virus, Central African and West African. Human infections with the Central African monkeypox isolate clade are typically more severe compared to those with West African clade and have a higher mortality. Person-to-person spread is well documented for Central African monkeypox. I believe that's the one that's in the DRC. And there's limited with West African monkeypox, which is the one that's found more in Nigeria. And this gives you the list of different countries that have seen recorded cases of monkeypox since that first case in the DRC in 1970. And see, Nigeria, for the past 4 or 5 years, they're seeing over 100 cases a year. The DRC sees over 1,000 cases a year. I believe last year it was about 6,200 cases in the DRC, and they have already got over 1,000 cases so far in 2021. And the other African countries. Then there's the US, the UK, and the 1 case in 2018 in Israel. Anyway, just found that to be a fascinating story. There's about a 1 to 10% fatality rate that goes with monkeypox, so it can be life-threatening. But for the most part, it's a mild disease. And we'll be keeping an eye on this and see if there's any more cases that pop up in the UK. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead and share with your friends, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time on Outbreak News TV.